Hi, good day. Today we will be talking about CodeIgniter 4. So you will learn the basic CRUD operations for your API endpoint. So this is part 1 of 2 of our lesson. So at the end of this lesson, the students are expected to first, download and set up CodeIgniter. Second, insert data to database using CodeIgniter. And third, select data from database using CodeIgniter. But first, let's talk about CodeIgniter. So, CodeIgniter is based on the Model View Development Pattern, or MVC. So, MVC is a software approach that separates application logic from presentation. So, in practice, it permits your web page to contain minimal scripting since the presentation is separate from the PHP scripting. So, we have here the diagram, we have the model, the view, and the controller. So, imagine the monkey is the user. First, the user interacts with the view. Then, the view alerts controller of a particular event. Then, the controller updates model. Then, the model alerts view that it has changed. Then, the view grabs model data and updates itself. So, the model represents your data structures. Typically, your model classes will contain functions that help you retrieve, insert, and update information in your database. So, the model is responsible for all the functions in your database: the insert statement, update statement, select statement, and delete statement. The view is the information that is being presented to a user. A view would normally be a web page, but in CodeIgniter, a view can also be a page fragment like a header or a footer. So, the view contains the design of your web page. Next is the controller. The controller serves as an intermediary between the model and the view, and any other resources needed to process the HTTP request and generate a web page. So, the controller is the intermediary of the view and the model. So, whenever a user wants a specific view or a specific function, then the controller processes that, then updates the database through the model. So now let's download CodeIgniter 4. We can then download CodeIgniter 4 by visiting codeigniter.com/download. Then, after downloading, you have to move the downloaded zip file to in our htdocs file, then extract that zip file, then lastly, rename the folder to itech222. So let's now type codeigniter.com/download. Then we can choose either CodeIgniter 4 or CodeIgniter 3. But CodeIgniter 4 is the latest version of this framework. So we will be using CodeIgniter 4. Then after downloading, we have to move this file in our htdocs folder. So let's now move it. Paste, then unzip the file. Then after unzipping, let's rename the folder to itech222. Let's go back to the PowerPoint presentation. Then we have to open SAM, start Apache, then open the browser, then type the URL http://localhost, then itech222, which is our folder name, then public. Now since Apache and MySQL are now starting, let's now open the browser. Okay, then so let's now type in localhost itech222/public, and the welcome to CodeIgniter will appear. Then we can also download the offline version of the user guide or visit the online user guide by visiting codeigniter.com/user_guide/index.html. Then the next thing that we are going to do is remove public in the URL. So to do that, open itech222 app config, then app.php. Then we have to replace the base URL, remove the port 8080, then add slash, then the folder name. And also replace the URI protocol from request URI to path info. So let's do that. But first, let's open Visual Studio Code. So after opening Visual Studio Code, let's open the folder, File, Open Folder. Then go to C, XAMPP, htdocs, then itech222 folder. First, we will go to app folder, config, then app.php. So let's now look for base URL. So remove port 8080, then replace this with the folder name or project name. Then let's look for the URI protocol from request URI to path info. Now let's go back to the PowerPoint presentation. Then we have to go to itech222, then the public folder. Next, we have to copy index.php and htaccess from public folder to our root directory. So let's do that. So now itech222 public, then index.php, then htaccess, copy, go back to the root folder, then paste. And after doing so, we have to open index.php in the root directory. Then change the paths config, remove dot, then slash. Okay, let's open again our editor. So here it is. Inside the root folder, then let's refresh. Okay, index.php. Then in paths.config, remove that. Then again, open our browser. So after opening the browser, let's try to remove the public in the URL and press enter. So now we have removed the public from the URL.